Greetings, Cyclopeans. Welcome to Sci-Clops podcast number 29, and this is brought to you by H.P. Lovecraft's The Electric Executioner. Very scary story, which you should be reading every single H.P. Lovecraft story. My name is Dan.
I'm Tom.
And we're ready to go with Tom's comic books.
This week I actually have two by Titan comics, one by DC and one by Marvel. I'll start off with Titan since I have two of them. Tekken is one of my favorite fighting game franchises of all time. The seventh game is, I think, only a month away from coming out. They've kind of teased it might be the last game ever, and kind of to bridge the gap in the story between 6 and 7, they're releasing a 4-issue miniseries just entitled Tekken. They've done like comic offshoots before, but this I think might be the first one that's considered, I think, official storyline within the games. It picks up right after the 6th game ends. Jin's gone missing. The world is still in chaos, and all the fighters from the Iron Fist tournament are just in the wind, kind of unsure of what to do next. And Kazuya, his father, is convinced that he's not dead, and he's hunting him down, and he's using some other characters who you can probably guess if you're fans of the series. But this is fun. It's just a big, giant martial arts thing mixed with this crazy, global war. And it's great because it really does, it rings true to the game franchise. Like I said, I think this is official storyline in between 6 and 7, and it kind of clears up some of the mystery between games. So 3 issues to go on this. I really enjoyed it. I'll be definitely looking forward to this and the game when it finally drops in June.
Can I ask you a quick question about that, Tom? For those who are not Tekken players, you've got a Tekken storyline that spans all the games.
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are the main storyline games. There's a couple offshoots and spin-offs like Tag Tournament, but those aren't considered part of the main storyline of the game. But yeah, this is set in between 6 and 7, which is going to come out.
The comic does it justice too.
Oh yeah, it's really great.
Okay.
And the other one by Titan I have is Penny Dreadful. It's the second issue in this, I guess, continuation of the series. Loved Penny Dreadful, the show. Was kind of bummed it only was 3 seasons, but like Spartacus and stuff like that, 3 seasons, they really told a nice full story with it. It never kind of felt like they stretched it longer than they had to, or there was no filler or anything. It was great. And I'm just happy to see that this series gets a continuation in comic form like this. And this one picks up right after issue 1. The Mummy has gone rampaging in the middle of this big London high society party. It's awesome.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Ethan is trying to get his werewolf side under control using the help of Vanessa Ives, psychologist from season 3. Mm-hmm. So the whole team isn't together yet. I don't even think Victor Frankenstein's made an appearance yet in this, but everything's kind of slowly coalescing together. I think this is a 5-issue miniseries. So this is only 2, so we still got a while before everybody comes in. The only real negative thing I had to say about this is they went kind of a weird place with the character of Brona. They did something with her that just feels like it came completely out of left field. Like it wasn't addressed at all in the TV show. So I mean, we'll see where they go with it. Maybe they have a nice way to explain it. But I mean, other than that, it's fantastic. It feels like you're watching the show still. It's got the same look, the same feel. The characters, all the dialogue is right on. It never feels like it's, someone else who's, what they thought Penny Dreadful should be. This just feels like the show just kept going.
Another great comic adaptation,
yeah.
Which is great. And that's great to see, that because I've read a few of those that weren't so hot. I'll be covering those on the site. What do we got next?
Next up is Suicide Squad, number 17. Suicide Squad has been fun since it, like most of the Rebirth stuff has been absolutely fantastic since DC started that. And the Suicide Squad's been really good too, but this one I felt like mentioning because this is when General Zod makes his grand debut with the squad. The storyline's called Earthlings on Fire, and I loved it already. The issue opens with Zod busting out of the airplane, screaming "Kneel before Zod," like classic. So this is just the Suicide Squad is just the wackiest thing ever. And it's interesting because it feels like Suicide Squad has got a surprising amount of depth to it. It's not just supervillains running wild and killing everything. That's that would be the appeal of it initially, but there's actually wheels within wheels going on in here. The Justice League vs. Suicide Squad miniseries they did a while ago still has ramifications in the ongoing series. There's a conspiracy within the squad. Someone is working to undermine it, and Amanda Waller's trying to figure out who and why and how to get to them. Zod is clearly unhappy being, made the puppet of humans of
and
all
nobody's
things.
kneeling to him.
Yeah. So he's working on ways to free himself from the kryptonite bomb in his brain. So really, there actually is a surprising amount of story depth here. It's not just Zod running around and the rest of the squad running around and blowing stuff up. There's actually a lot of wheels within wheels going on here. I really like it. So Earthlings on Fire is the newest storyline for Suicide Squad, and I can't wait to see how putting General Zod is going to backfire for him.
What's the kryptonite in his brain part? Can you say anything about this without giving?
No, yeah, it's just every Suicide Squad's got the bomb in their head, and
Yeah.
a bomb in Zod's head wouldn't do much, so they had to put kryptonite in his head.
Okay.
So so if he gets out of line, they can kill him.
Does this address what I saw the other day? They were discussing the several different types of kryptonite.
No. Well, yeah. Well,
we
there's different
doing-
types of kryptonite, but they put the green stuff is the stuff
The
that
green
kills.
stuff,
Yeah,
okay.
the green stuff is the one that kills Kryptonians. Red does something random.
Yep.
Random. Blue just takes
I
away
got the flu.
No, there's one time where Superman lost all the powers on the left side of his body.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was weird.
Awesome.
Blue just takes their powers away, makes them normal. And there's like a whole gold
It's okay,
strip.
I'm not gonna
there's
quiz
a
you.
whole
I
mud,
just
but yeah.
wondered if
Yeah,
there
no,
were-
this is just regular green kryptonite in his
Okay.
brain. And now the big one. Marvel's Secret Empire #1. They've been building to this ever since Cap had his history rewritten and became a Hydra agent.
Oh.
And so this is the big kickoff to Secret Empire. We had that preview issue a little while ago, but this is the start of it. And basically the gist of it is Captain America won!
Yeah.
The bad guys took over America. He's basically supreme leader of Hydra. He's out in the open. Most of the superheroes are either captured or stuck in outer space.
Oh, so we're back to Logan again, is what's going on.
Well, worse, because in Old Man Logan, the United States was divided up between several kind of warring factions,
Yep.
and you could just go between. But this one, Cap has got everything under lockdown.
Everything.
Super ordered,
As it should be.
Yeah, and so he's out in the open as Supreme Leader. He's got like kids reciting alternate history in school. It's like super authoritarian. There is a small group of heroes, mostly the younger generation who skipped by, trying to resist, from within. But it's terrifying. Watching all these chess pieces move into place, and then bam, he got everybody. And it's interesting here because they're really setting up the fact that deep down, the real Steve Rogers is still in there.
Yep.
He may be quote unquote the bad guy of this, but he's not like out in the street murdering innocent civilians for speaking up against him. They hint at some stuff that went down, like the mutants have their own kind of independent sector that they're kind of worried about. He's dealing with the internal politics of like all the real diehard evil Hydra guys who want to just really crack down on everybody, and he's trying to walk the line there. So it was a great opening thing. It really hit home just how on the ropes all the good guys are here.
Wow.
When Captain America flipped his lid and went evil. I think it might be a weekly thing because the next issue comes out this Wednesday, I think. So I'll definitely be grabbing that. But yeah, it was. This was a depressing issue.
Awesome.
Captain America just went full on evil and just conquered America
America's
like it was
on
nothing.
the fritz.
Yeah, and that's all I have
That's
for
fantastic.
comics.
Well, that's fantastically depressing stuff.
Yeah, fantastically depressing is what it is.
What do we got next? Are we going to movies? Or
Yeah, might as well. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2
here
on
we
last
go.
Saturday, and it was fantastic. I thought it was better than the first one. The first one was a lot more of like a funny kind of misfits get thrown together to save the galaxy kind of thing, and it was great. I loved Guardians of the Galaxy 1. This one it still was funny, but it was a lot more emotionally gut-wrenching in parts, and it was really a story about family this time around, and it was great. Everybody was perfect, although I think Dave Bautista as Drax stole the whole movie because most of the funny quotes I can remember are from him.
Yep.
He was hilarious. Kurt Russell was great as Ego, the Living Planet.
I love Ego.
Yeah, and it was Karen Gillan as Nebula. She got a lot more screen time this time around, and she got a lot more fleshed out instead of just being Gamora's angry sister who wants to kill Thanos. No Thanos in this movie at all, which is good. I like it. Save him for the big Infinity Gauntlet thing. I did like the tease they did with him in Guardians, where he kind of set him up for future movies. But really, the movie only has like 2 or 3 sets. Really, they open on an alien planet, they wind up on a different alien planet, and then they go to Kurt Russell's planet, and that's really it.
So
There's
they
like
basically-
3 sets in the entire thing, and it was great.
Yeah, they've basically been watching the Star Wars
Yeah,
layout. That's
it was
how
a
Star Wars
lot
is.
more intimate, I suppose,
Yeah.
in that sense. But it was everything was great. Michael Rooker as Yondu was awesome. The action was great. The comedy was hilarious. Everybody was on point. Groot was a little annoying because he was tiny baby Groot.
Okay.
But he was still cute. Hopefully when Groot will be back to normal size and the next time we see him, so we can get more of like Groot beating down people and stuff like that. But really, I can't speak highly enough of Guardians 2. I thought it was great. They actually had like 3 or 4 after credits things.
Wow, and it's funny
Yeah.
because the thing I felt that they were pushing the biggest on this was Baby Groot. Everything. Was
Yeah, he
Baby
was in like
Groot.
every trailer,
And
but
it's
he
like-
really wasn't in it that much.
And it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, Groot's like the thing you didn't really like so much, and
No, well, it wasn't like he didn't take away from
He
the
wasn't
film.
bad,
But he was just like, yeah, he was like, okay,
wasn't
it's Baby Groot.
as big as they were.
Yeah, he never had, like, Groot had that awesome scene at the end of the first movie where he just like kills like 8 guys. He
Yeah.
like impales 4 of them and like beats everybody around with it, and you're like, oh my god, it's awesome. And Groot never gets like that big scene in this
Treebeard.
one. Yeah, he's just kind of there. But like but there was a lot of this going on. Sylvester Stallone, almost forgot, is in this movie.
Yeah.
And I saw him and I thought, okay, he's gonna have like a 1 or 2 scene cameo, and he did. He was in like 2 scenes, but he was in one of the post credits things too. And I won't give away what it is, but all I can say is I never knew I wanted to see this movie until they teased it, and now I really want to see this movie.
That's awesome.
So yeah, if you haven't seen it, go out and get to it as soon as you can. And now I'm really looking forward to Thor. I think it's the next one up is
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah. And Thor's going to be hot because they're pushing that.
That looks fantastic
looking
too.
like it's going to be really, really good with that. I'm excited about Planet Hulk. That's what I can't wait for, which is.
Well, it's going to be in Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah,
basically.
I mean, Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
That's for me. That's
It's all that stupid beef they have with Universal. They can't do solo Hulk movies, so they had to. But I think he actually fits surprisingly well into this. So.
Yeah.
And we might as well talk about this too, since it's in 4 days. Alien.
Aliens.
I can't wait. Everything
Yeah.
about this screams like classic 80s Alien.
Yeah, I'm getting that feeling like this is. Well, what did we say the other day? This is going to be either really good or they're going to miss. And when they miss, it's going to be like such a disappointment. It's going to ruin. I think it would ruin the entire franchise at this point. But that's my opinion. But so far, the trailers are getting better and better and better, and they're getting
Scarier and scarier.
Scary.
Yeah.
And like really
And people forget that the
disturbing
first
stuff.
Alien movie was a horror movie.
It was a horror movie, and this is going
It was
back to that.
one alien on a ship hunting the whole crew.
Yeah.
And then Aliens was kind of action-y horror, but still really good. And then, all the Alien versus Predator stuff and the Alien 4 turned into a glorified action movie. But Alien at its core is a horror franchise.
And this is going to be interesting to see whether they do Alien or Aliens or both. And by that I mean, with Alien, it was like we said, it was a horror film set in space. It was the first of its kind like that, and really ghastly and gruesome. And they're being hunted by this thing on this giant ship, and they got nowhere to go. The second one was when I saw it, it was very similar to some of the movies coming out at the time, which were like Teen Breakdown, which at the time there was a resurgence in Vietnam movies, and it was hot. What were the hottest Vietnam
Like
movies?
Platoon. Yeah.
Hamburger Hill, and Full Metal Jacket, and it was basically Teen Breakdown. And Platoon was a teen breakdown, and so was Aliens. They get in there, they got everything under control, and the whole team goes to pieces. And everybody just gets sent in all different directions and just wiped out
one by one by one by one. Yeah.
And so I'm really, really curious. And we also have a whole new look at the aliens. And I'm excited about this.
I think this is
I'm
going to be
really
fantastic.
excited.
I think it's a nice return to form for a series that hasn't had the best movies lately.
No.
3 was okay. Take it or leave it.
You can tolerate it.
4,
No.
I
just erase
I
that
can't
one.
even begin to... 4 had such a... like, the first 20 or 30 minutes, I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And
You
then
can see
it's
that
like,
happening.
what?
Yeah, what happened here?
Why?
Yeah.
Why? I actually know somebody who 4 is their favorite one.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I know, I can't believe it.
It makes no sense.
It
but we
doesn't.
don't want to get into that.
Yeah.
We just want
and
to
then
be
Alien
excited
vs.
about
Predator were like, fun ideas, but they didn't really do
Fun idea. Very shallow.
Yeah.
No depth at all in those. They were just kind of
too
there.
much humans. I don't want to watch humans. I want to watch aliens and predators fighting.
It was like yuppies in the middle, and you were like focusing on these yuppie problems, and they were like, climbing mountains and doing all this stuff. Like, oh, I don't care about them. I want to
watch
see aliens
predators
versus
fight
predators.
aliens. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so hopefully this is Prometheus, which I enjoyed, but yeah, Prometheus is they could have done it a little better, but I liked Prometheus. But I think this movie is going to be fantastic. I think it's going to really kickstart things back up, and he said he wants to do one more after this.
I'd heard
to bridge
2 more, so I wasn't sure.
The gap between
it changes every 30
Yeah, he
weeks.
doesn't know. He's like
it really does. Doesn't it?
He originally envisioned this as Prometheus being like a standalone trilogy.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Well, I'm gonna connect it to Alien."
Yeah.
And then
And then he came out and apologized for Prometheus, and then he was like, "Well, I'm going to do a bunch. Well, maybe I'm going to do 2."
Yeah.
And then
I think Ridley Scott makes up his mind as he goes.
Yeah.
Who knows?
What does he care?
Yeah.
He's got control of things. So, or I wish Cameron would get back on there too. It'd be a lot of fun. I wish they both get together and do this, and instead of
Well, speaking of Ridley Scott, we might as well segue right into Blade Runner 2049.
Yeah, here we go.
When
Another hot one.
I heard Blade Runner 2049, I thought to myself, why? Because Blade Runner didn't really necessitate a sequel.
No.
It had a story. It told it. It ended. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was a one shot, in my opinion.
But the more I started, like the cast looked fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
The director, Denis Villeneuve, is amazing.
Yeah, it's a big cast, too.
He did Sicario.
Yep.
He did Arrival.
Yep.
And then he's doing one more that I really want to see. Oh, he's doing Dune. After this, he's doing Dune.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I'm excited about Dune.
I think
I'm a big Dune.
Yeah,
fan.
I think he's going to be fantastic.
Have you seen the cast on this?
Oh
thing?
yeah, it's Ryan Gosling as the lead.
Do you know
Harrison Ford is back. Dave Bautista again from Guardians. Jared Leto.
Almost.
Almost is back. That's right.
Yeah, he's back.
Almost is back. Well, there's huge.
There's some women in there too.
Names.
Off the top of my head, I can't remember who they are.
But yeah, it's a humongously
But
big
they're
cast.
Big. They're pretty big.
And I think casting is fantastic. The trailer was
trailer looks great.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
It was Blade Runner. Totally didn't feel like
right down to
let's remake Blade Runner. This felt like Blade Runner with the music.
Vangelis.
Yeah.
Vangelis music.
The music of Blade Runner was so great.
That was awesome.
It really looks like they nailed it again.
I hope they do.
The look is right. The only thing I hope they don't do is I really hope Ford doesn't dominate the movie. Ford should be like a big chunk because but I hope he doesn't steal focus away from Gosling.
Yeah. Well, he was, the first. Well, actually, he wasn't. In the first movie, he was a lot of it, but it was also Rutger Hauer.
Yeah, Rutger Hauer.
A bunch of people in that first movie. But that first movie was everything right. There was nothing wrong in that first movie. It was
the hilarious thing is 18 different cuts of it. There's the theatrical cut, then there's the European cut, then there was the director's cut, and then there's the final. Now I actually own 4 of them because I bought a 4-pack that came with the.
You bought the 4-pack.
But the reason I bought the 4-pack is because it came with the final cut.
The final cut.
The one that Ridley Scott really, and the final cut was fantastic.
Yeah.
The final cut addressed every lingering plot hole thingy that was kind of even there, and so I love the final cut.
Awesome.
But yeah, so I think that this has the potential to be a humongous sleeper hit, and really kind of kick for people who haven't seen it. I think this will be a great introduction to Blade Runner, and for us longtime fans, I think it's going to be a faithful continuation of the series.
Yeah, and if you haven't seen it, you really got to get out and see Blade Runner because it's worth your time. It's one of the best sci-fi movies you will ever see.
It was great.
And what do you want to? We got
got
so much stuff on this list today. We're trying to cover.
Let's see. Oh, Hellboy reboot.
Oh, that's going to be exciting too.
Hellboy is a comic series, for those who haven't been familiar with it, created by Mike Mignola. I think created and drawn by Mike Mignola. Hellboy is, basic premise is he's a demon from hell that the Nazis brought in to help them win the war, but the Allies found him and stole him first and raised him in secret to fight evil stuff.
They ported in the wrong guy.
Yeah.
They ported in a little demon baby, and he didn't know what to do. And they were supposed to be this demon lord.
Yeah.
This little kid comes in with horns on his head. So
yeah, and so they raised him to be a monster hunter
Yep.
for the U.S., and he that's what he does. He grows up and he hunts monsters and demons and all kinds of stuff. And the first 2 movies were by Guillermo del Toro, who's a fantastic director. Ron Perlman, who was Hellboy. He was Hellboy.
Yeah, Hellboy played Ron Perlman in this movie.
They nailed the look of Hellboy.
They did.
And the visual kind of the series they got down to a little bit. The only thing is they kind of watered it down just a smidge to make it PG-13. It was creepy and dark, but it wasn't Mignola creepy and dark.
No, and it's got to really make a lot of jump from PG-13
to R.
Because those comics were scary.
Oh, yeah. And really, that's my only knock against the original 2 Hellboy movies, is that they were PG-13 when Hellboy really should be R.
It brought it to a wider audience in that case.
And the romance in 2 kind of took focus a little bit.
I hated the romance. Sorry.
I
was like,
sorry, Selma Blair. It's not your fault.
Don't get me started.
But apparently Hellboy 3, which Perlman's been pushing for forever, and Guillermo del Toro's like, well, I'll do it if I feel like it. I don't know. He's been really dragging his feet, and he's been doing a whole bunch of other stuff. This is
as bad as Ridley Scott. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Well, we might do it.
Well, I mean, God, look how long it took him to get back to Alien.
Yeah.
But anyway, so apparently 3 is not happening.
Yeah. And
it's now going to be rebooted. And I was kind of like, it's a little soon, but I realized, oh my God, Golden Army came out like 10 years ago at this point. Yeah. So I guess, I mean, why not? And apparently it's going to be rebooted. It's going to be rated R.
Yep.
And I forget the actor's name, but he played the sheriff in Stranger Things.
Yeah, and his name escapes me at the moment. I apologize.
And he's going to be playing Hellboy. And I forget his name, but I've seen him, and I think he looks kind of, that gruff kind of, cowboyish look to play Hellboy.
Yeah.
And I think depending on who they get to do it, direct and write this thing, I think it could be a big deal.
Hopper. This is David. Oh no, I apologize. Hopper is David Harbour.
Okay.
David Harbour.
Yeah.
He plays Police Chief Jim Hopper.
Ah, okay, gotcha.
And he could do it. He's it's funny. I'm going to be curious to see what he looks like in the Hellboy outfit, but Perlman was Hellboy.
Yeah.
So this is going to be, Harbor's got to step into some big shoes on this one. And it's odd, too. Like, you just didn't want Perlman. Like, they were going back and forth.
Well, I mean, it's Perlman one thing if you're going to do a sequel, but if you're rebooting it, do you really want to use the same guy from the first franchise?
Yeah, but it's almost like a slap in the face.
I know.
Because Perlman was really pushing for this about
Perlman
6 months ago.
So bad.
I can't imagine Perlman must have gotten this like a shock if he didn't know about it.
Well, like the same thing, like Nightmare on Elm Street, when they rebooted that, and Jackie Earle Haley took over from Robert Englund.
Yeah.
And Robert Englund played Freddy in like 10 movies.
Yeah.
And you're like,
why? Why would you do
Jackie
that?
Earle Haley was good, but you're like, Robert Englund was like, Robert Englund said the same. He basically, it was a slap in the face. I'm like, they're rebooting the whole franchise.
And you're in makeup anyway.
Yeah, so who's gonna know?
What's the point of this?
Yeah.
Nothing against David Harbour at all, because I love Stranger Things, but I'm just curious, and I'm looking forward to Harbour. I hope he does a great job with it.
Oh yeah, we definitely don't want.
No, we don't want anybody to fail
especially Hellboy, because Hellboy's fantastic.
Yeah, we love Hellboy. And again, I didn't mean to take you off the left field on that one.
No,
that's the way we do things here. We just wander around.
And eventually, we'll meander back to the main point. But hopefully Hellboy gets off the ground and we get a steady franchise.
Yeah, I hope they do like one of the illustrated novels, like Hellboy in Mexico or something like that.
Bones of Giants.
Bones of Giants would have been really good. Yeah, they had them go way out somewhere.
Yeah.
And find some of those nasty old gods that were just. They weren't gods. They were just nasty. They were
disgusting
just
little
horrible,
creatures. Yeah.
Awful things. Probably wrap it up here almost.
Yeah. Right? One more thing I want to talk about. Oh. One last thing I have to talk about because I cannot speak. Last movie thing I want to talk about because if I don't say it now, I might forget. The trailer you showed me, It Stains the Sands Red.
Yeah.
It has been a long time since I saw a zombie movie trailer that made me just go, wow, I need to see that. Zombie movies have kind of gotten into a rut of pretty people get stuck in the apocalypse and they get eaten, and it's like, okay, fine, I'll watch it because I love zombie stuff, but this thing looks incredible.
This is great.
It's a guy and his girlfriend are out in the desert trying to escape the zombie apocalypse. Car gets stuck, and zombie appears. One zombie.
Yeah.
Not a horde, not like a gaggle, just one zombie.
Yep.
Kills and eats the boyfriend, she makes a run for it, and the thing just follows her in the desert. And what do you do? Because if you stop, this thing is not going to stop. It's going to keep coming at you. It's dead. It doesn't care.
It's a great concept.
It never gets tired. And that's the tagline in the trailer is it never stops. It never sleeps.
Yep.
It just hunts you down.
Terminator all over again. And it's awesome.
And
she's pretty, but she's
not like
a mess.
Super modelly, like oh
running,
god, yeah.
She
starts the movie in the trailer pretty, and then like you see like makeup's running, hair's all a mess. Okay, that's fine. And it looked really good.
And it looks like, too, not only is she being pursued by this it's a solitary zombie with a singular goal of just killing her, and she can't get the thing off her trail. And she's going to have to run into more.
Oh, yeah,
and
eventually.
more problems. And on top of that, probably people, bands of gangs or whatever. But the movie is a great idea, and both of us are really excited about this because it's a whole new take. And yeah, maybe someone's done something like this here, but not in film, not like this. It's cool. It's just like Terminator of zombies. So I had to jump on that.
Oh no, I think it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait for that thing.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a hot one. They
Yeah.
really got to promote the heck out of this thing. So we got some horror in there today, and a lot of sci-fi and comics. Any fantasy going on? We got the Game of Thrones thing. I'm still reading Game of Thrones. I'm reading the second novel, which is A Clash of Kings, and it's good. And the kings are all going at there's like a 7-way war, five or 6 or 7-way war going on, and the intrigue is incredible. And I highly recommend this book. I'm not going to go on describing it forever because there's the show and there's the books, but I will do some more of a summary in the future. I'm about halfway through right now, and it is really good. It's so well written that I don't know how he writes stories like this, and 1,000 pages. Extremely fine.
Well, he
detail.
needs to hurry up and do 6 and 7 before he drops dead.
Like we said last time, he's got to move on this because we're getting nervous. And by the way, they've got Game of Thrones spin-offs coming on HBO.
4 of them.
Yeah, so we'll be talking. I'll have some links to that stuff too. Is there anything else you want to cover before?
No, I think that's it. I got some more stuff for next week, but that's pretty much I hit all my notes on this one.
We're gonna do a short one today. If you want to support us, please. We are on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram. We have our own YouTube channel, and a great way to support, and of course the website. A great cheap
and iTunes.
iTunes too. Yeah, and we're on all the social media. And a free way to support us, no cost to you, is if you're on the website or if you're doing any shopping on Amazon, click through our website first. And if you got, we'll have a little link there, and we'll have a hyperlink too in case you've got your ad blockers turned off. But if you click through that and you do your shopping there, we get like a few pennies, yay, and it helps us, and it's no extra cost to you, and it really helps the site a lot. So we really appreciate it. And please subscribe to the YouTube channel and our Twitter feed and Facebook. We put stuff up all the time, and we love doing this, so we love to see your input. In the meantime, we will be seeing you shortly. Keep the geek and have a great week.
See you guys.